Milk samples had detergent in Agra. But that isn't the only story we're talking about. We'll take you to Bengal. In Bardhaman, there was fungus in baby food, and that baby food was purchased just this morning. The baby food meant for infants just of 6 months was found infested with fungus. This was sold despite it having passed the expiry date. The couple returned the pack to the store, which later forwarded to the local Nestle distributor. But this isn't the only issue that we're talking about here on India Today. There is fresh trouble. The Drug Administration Department found that there were larvae in another packet of food, baby food. Consumption, as it was found unsafe for human consumption. It contained live insects, live larvae. It did not conform to safety standards of the health department. And there is an inquiry that has been initiated. But I want to quickly bring in Indrajit Kundu, who joins us live from Kolkata. Indrajit, why did this couple buy expired baby food in the first place? Why was the shopkeeper selling expired baby food?
Well, you know, the customers, of course, the couple who had bought this packet of baby food, they obviously did not have an idea that it was an expired, packet of baby food. When they took it home and when they were using it, that's when they found that there was fungus inside it. So to their utter shock, they discovered that the food that they had bought for their infant, toddler, and it's meant for infants above 6 months of age, they found that there was contamination. There was fungus, so immediately they took it to the local retailer. The retailer, in fact, directed them to the distributor of Nestle. Now, we haven't heard from the distributors here in Kolkata, but what the couple is telling us, that when they got in touch with the distributors of Nestle, the Nestle distributors told them that they would be withdrawing that batch of product from the market, and they were also reportedly asked to keep shut about that entire incident as of now.
And this is one case, Indrajit, where it becomes very important for consumer awareness. Consumers, when they buy a product, they must be very careful. They should look at the date of manufacture. They should look at the date of expiry. And even if whatever product, and especially food, whatever they're buying, if it's close to expiry, even if it's on a discount, especially baby food, they should be very well aware and not buy it. Safety first.
Well, that's right. Those are pertinent points, and that's when the role of the government is very crucial here. Consumer awareness is one point. The other point is, continuous surveillance in the market of all these products which are sold across retailers. Now, when we were talking to the former FSSAI director, one who had cleared Maggi in the very first place in 2013, and he's based out of Calcutta, he clearly told us that there is shortage of manpower, there is a shortage of, infrastructure as far as the FSSAI is concerned, and perhaps that is the reason why there is no quality check, there is no quality control, and several of these products continue to be flooded in the markets, and consumers are completely caught unawares when they buy them.
Indrajit Kundu, for the moment, many thanks for joining me. And it's not just noodle makers. Milk supplier, Mother Dairy, is in the eye of a storm. The Uttar Pradesh Food and Drug Administration has said that it's found detergent in 2 of the samples of the milk that was picked up from Mother Dairy's collection center. The FDA in Agra said 2 samples were taken from Mother Dairy's collection centers in November 2014. Both the samples were declared substandard by the Lucknow laboratory. The company then challenged these results. Another test was carried out at a Kolkata lab, but the same result, the milk was laced with detergent. Mother Dairy, of course, continues to deny the charge, saying that the company conducts stringent quality tests on milk before releasing it into the market, and that these tests are carried out at multiple levels, not just at the source, but also in the market.
कलकत्ता रेफरल फूड लेबोरेटरी की जांच रिपोर्ट अभी मिली है मुझको कल ही, जिसमें कि ये दोनों ही सैंपल में, एक सैंपल में डिटर्जेंट पाया गया है और विजाती बसा।
The milk which leaves our factory is very safe, and this is unfortunate that the results, we have not yet heard of the final reports, and therefore we are not able to comment any more on what is the result, what is the finding. We want to only tell that our efforts towards ensuring the safety of the milk for the consumer is paramount, and we will do it.
Now I want to bring in Dr. Shikha Sharma. She's a famous nutritionist. Also with me on the broadcast is Harish, one of our callers who calls us from Chennai. Dr. Shikha Sharma will respond to some of the questions that our callers posed to them. Harish, go ahead. What's your point on food safety?
Yeah, good evening to one and all. And this is an alarming issue with India today, take it by today evening. And we have so much of issues on the food safety when it comes to which directly goes into the child on day-to-day life, right? And the first thing we want to make sure is the consumer awareness, which is the first and foremost thing, then rather than complaining government and government officials and USFDA and FSSI and all. But first, the consumer awareness. Once the consumer is aware that the product which they are getting expired or whatever the thing which is use of pesticides, they have to eradicate that from the market. Once the consumer is getting aware, automatically, whatever the product, whatever the marketing strategy they put in, it will be destroyed. And the first thing is a consumer awareness. And the second
You're
thing is...
spot on there. Consumer awareness is required. Dr. Shikha Sharma, what should parents actually do if we were to talk about baby food, and that's our top focus story, whether it's mother dairy milk or popular brand of baby foods, larvae being found, insects being found, what is it that parents can do, ma'am? Naseem joins us from Dehradun. I'll get to Dr. Shikha Sharma in just a while. Naseem, your point on food safety in India.
My point is that what these food inspectors are doing throughout the year and regulatory authorities are doing, because whenever a controversy arises, only then they wake up and everybody becomes starts saying that there is this defect in this product, that defect in that product. Why not they periodically inspect and regulatory authority publish it in the newspapers with respect to whatever infirmities they find in different foods?
Yes. Spot on there. Also joining us is Satish from Ghaziabad. Satish, your take when it comes to whether it's baby food or milk, milk product, noodles, most of the food that we see around, there's a major scare, what to eat, what not to eat.
Sir, there's one problem in this country. You people spend a lot of time covering it. Everybody does enjoy it, do whatever, but who goes to jail?
Yes.
Where is the law? There is no law in this country. You can get away with anything you want to do.
There is a law, but is that law stringent enough to be a deterrent? That's a fair point that you're making, Mr. Satish. There should be stringent punishment. Look at these samples on your television screen, and it's not just one particular brand that we're talking about. Milk products, milk, noodles, across several products, you find larvae in it, you find lead in noodles. What is it that one person... Dr. Sandeep Mishra is calling us from Bhubaneswar. Doctor, what is it that needs to be done in a case like this? Consumer awareness is very important apart from consumer awareness.
Thank you, sir, for giving me a chance, and it is really a great campaign initiated by India Today. But let me tell you, this is really a very sorry state of affair. When I look at the baby food, I'm not really caring about Snickers. I really looking at the Cerelac, which is a baby food. And if we are cheating with the baby food, we really do not have any kind of excuse. Okay, but nevertheless, please look at also the other side of the world. What is happening to Haldiram? in USA. I have been in USA for 12 years. I'm still an NRI. Okay, it's a blanket, it's a corporate war. Haldiram.
That's a fair point you're making, that there's often also corporate war that's involved in this. Yogesh calls us from Indore. Go on, Mr. Yogesh, your views on how can food be made safer in India?
Sir, there's so many things, which need to be done. Food security bill was brought with a lot of, fanfare. All right, but nothing happened, in that direction later on. And authorities, simply failed to bring about the changes which were needed, at that time. Like, the milk is being sold out in the open. Nobody cares for its, quality or quantity. And mithai, namkeen, and all of the things,
That's a fair point you're making, that we often show reports of raids that are being carried out, but what is the end result? What is the action that is being taken in this case? Karthik joins us from Delhi. Karthik, are you as a consumer worried about the kind of food that you eat, the milk that you drink?
See, first of all, I would like to thank India Today bringing this picture in a bigger way. Now the question comes is, what is the sustainability?
Yes.
How often they are going to check it? And please let us know, what is happening in the developing countries? What is the regulatories they have? How India can benchmark that? Looking at the way forward.
Absolutely. What's the road ahead? That is something that we will continue to deliberate upon here on India Today. This is for viewer awareness. We are highlighting the problems. What can be the solutions in this case? We're taking a quick break at this stage. We will come back to our top story. How safe is your food? And what is it that you need to do to ensure that at least you consume safer food? Stringent checks from authorities is one aspect. Punishment, strict punishment is the other thing that should remain the focus. What action is being taken against those who violate the food safety norms? It can't just be a 500 rupee or a 5,000 rupee punishment. The punishment has to be exemplary to ensure it has deterrence value. We're coming back to that story on the other side of a shot.